Hey up everybody, my name's Joshua Morrison, director of Johnny Moz's Lessons in Confidence. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about the future of this channel, because for the past 2.5 months I've been making 2 videos a day, and it was a challenge that I set for myself, and now on the 31st of December I have completed this challenge. This is the last video of the year, and next year I'm going to be reducing my output from 2 videos a day down to 1 video a day. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about what's to come and what I plan on doing, because I don't know if I can necessarily do these exact videos forever at this exact pace, right? Because, you know, I don't have an infinite well of stuff to say, and I don't want to just be someone that just turns motivation into some kind of grift or commodity to try and gain money. What I want to do is try and develop this channel into something else, right, in the long term, while still retaining the heart and soul that actually come from the things that I make and doing what I love. So I've written some notes for this one. I don't normally write notes, but I've written a few things about what we're going to be doing in the future. So you can still expect to see these talky sort of videos where I go out into the middle of nowhere and just have a little bit of a chat. What I'm going to do those every other day, right? And every other day that you'll get an upload of that, right? And in the days in between, you'll start getting various other things. Maybe you'll get an album, maybe you'll get some like review of something, maybe you'll get whatever. I've written a few ideas that I've had here. So one is videos of me doing various things: editing, songwriting, recording music, general stuff at the computer. So I've already done a few videos like this. Like I've done videos where I edit my film, I've done videos where I've edited these videos, I've done videos where I record music and that kind of thing. So you can expect stuff like that going forwards. You can also expect just like albums, films, trailers, that kind of thing, because those are all going to come anyway, because, you know, as like that's what I do as a job essentially, is I make films and I make music and all that sort of stuff. So that's going to be happening. I also want to get into doing reviews of products, because I've got all sorts of stuff that I can review just lying around anyway. I've done 2 reviews of this microphone, right? I want to do more reviews of stuff. I've reviewed the camera as well. I want to review my other cameras. I want to review like my computer. I want to review, I don't know, Windows 10, just various stuff, you know? And I like talking about products, and I like talking about various things. I've got like a couple games that I want to talk about. I've got films I want to talk about, that kind of thing. So you can expect to see some you know, reviews, and they'll be in the same like conversational, naturalistic style of these. You know, I'm not going to start doing jump cuts and become a YouTuber or anything like that. So don't worry about me like becoming something that's not this at the moment, because I still intend to retain this style going forwards. There's also Onset Vlogs for Johnny Moz. I had this mad idea that is going to require me to get a bigger data package, because I've actually got a data package that means I only get 1 gig of data a month. So the last like 5 days of the month I have no data, so that's a little bit irritating. And what I want to do, I found I can get an infinite data package for like £30 a month, so I plan to get that. And what I want to do is I want to start taking this camera and hooking up to a laptop somewhere and doing these motivational sort of videos in a live stream format, where people can maybe put forward questions and I can answer them, or maybe people have a problem like, and I can be like an agony aunt or something like that, you know, and we can do them live in that sort of way. And what I'd like to then do is set up another channel called like, I don't know, Johnny Moz like clips or something like that, where, you know, I'll take all the most interesting parts of various live streams and then put them on that channel, and I'll put them in like short form as well. And maybe I'll make shorts out of these current videos. Don't worry, I'm not going to make them all like, you know, with the big text on everything. I'll make them quite naturalistic like these are, because I feel like that's why people like them, because it's an oasis from all the fast-paced schlock that you kind of get. And I'm not saying that this isn't schlock. It's easy to film garbage at the end of the day. I mean, and I'm aware of that, and that's totally fine. But I feel like that's the style, and I want to keep that style going. I don't want this to become something that's not this, because that's not what you, the audience, signed up for when you hit that subscribe button. You know, you're not going to start getting like, smash that like button, hit that button, do this, do that, because I command you to, right? There's none of that that's going to be going into the future. But I would love to live stream these sort of various talking videos and maybe get conversations going on with the audience. Also, what I'd love to do is some point when I'm doing Johnny Moz, if I've got this data package, is I would love to live stream an entire day of the filming, right? So say I do like a half day, a very simple one, maybe just get someone to take the camera and it's got a wire that connects it to a laptop or something like that, or maybe like even just through the phone or something like that, and we just live stream the entire film shoot process. Now obviously we wouldn't be able to communicate with the chat in that one, but I feel like it might be a fun educational sort of thing so you can see what a film set is like, and it might give you an insight into how I make these videos, how I do things, my process and so on. And then you can pick things that maybe work well for you and maybe see things that I do that you're like, oh, you shouldn't do that. So that's a lesson for you going forwards, that I'm not going to make that mistake that he makes, that kind of thing. And I like the idea of that. And then finally is interviews with random people, just talks, conversations, stuff like that. So I did one already. I did one with my friend John Henry Westhead about his film, Steve the Stammer's Missing Painting, that I was the director of photography on. And we just sat down, we had a conversation. We were at the pub and we shut the camera down, we had a conversation. And I want to do more stuff like that and just talk to new and interesting people, not necessarily even in the film world or the music world. Maybe just, I'd love to talk to a vicar about Christianity, or I'd love to talk to, I don't know, a politician about politics, or talk to whoever. Anyone who's willing to sit down in real life and have a conversation, or possibly not even. Maybe we could even do stuff over Zoom if there's someone that's interesting, like over in America or something like that, and we could sit down and have a bit of an interview and keep it all naturalistic and try and get into the nitty-gritty through a slow kind of process of figuring out the answers for ourselves, rather than ingesting the answers that someone else has already come up with. And then there's a few other things that I've put on here that are kind of just various little like life updates. Like one, I need to get a job. So I took some time off from like doing my usual sort of like gigs and stuff like that so that I could make the film Johnny Moz's Lessons in Confidence. And then I kind of got distracted and I ended up making these videos because so many people jumped on board and so many people are getting inspired by them, and I started just making so many of these videos. And at some point, like, the money's going to run out and I need to get a job again, right? Which is going to mean that it might make it harder to actually balance making the videos with making the money from like a real job. And the way I plan on doing things is I plan on taking the camera to work and then just like filming stuff on the way there and on the way back. And like, you'll probably start seeing the same few locations again and again, but I'll try and find new angles and stuff like that. And I'll actually repair the base plate on my tripod, on my camera, because for the past like month and a half, I've not used a tripod. I've just been propping the camera up on like the ground or on bins or like on tree stumps or benches and stuff like that and filming it that way. And like using my lens cap to just like angle it up slightly. That's all I've been doing. And people say that these shots look amazing. I don't use a tripod. And I don't think you can tell when I stopped using a tripod, apart from the fact that, and I think in the video that I stopped using it, I talk about how I didn't have a tripod anymore. So negating that, I don't think you can tell, right? So yeah, I need to get a job because I need to get money. Because we need to keep roofs over our head and stuff like that. And another thing on that topic of keeping a roof over your head, I'm planning on selling out and making a Patreon. So that's going to be, the way I sort of have the idea of doing it, right, is I figure for each subscription level, you'll get more videos. So I figure, say you do £1 a month, you get 1 video a month. Say you do £2 a month, you get 2 videos a month. Say you do £5 a month, you get 4 videos a month. Say you do £10 a month, you get like 2 videos a week. That kind of thing. And I'll figure out the exact details. And if you have any thoughts on that, please leave them in the comments below. If that would be something that would be of interest to you, even if you don't plan on donating yourself, if you think that's a good idea, or if you think I should shift the idea, or maybe you think the numbers are wrong or whatever, that kind of thing, right? So I do plan on setting up a Patreon because to be honest, it would be another revenue stream. And I know that sounds like very capitalistic, but this is how your favorite YouTubers make money. Like you see all your favorite YouTubers, right? And they have so many different ways of monetizing themselves. They all have various channels. This is why like so many channels have like second channels and third channels and all that kind of stuff, because each channel that's monetized is another revenue stream. And then on top of that, that's why people take sponsorships. That's why people, like you might see someone you feel like they're selling out and that kind of thing. It's because they need to keep a roof over their head. And YouTube doesn't pay as much as you might think, right? So that's why I am considering doing that. And it's something that like at first, like I think the me that from like 3 months ago when I first started this channel would look at me now and go and just shake his head. You know, the same way that sometimes I see a YouTuber start a Patreon, I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up, you're starting a Patreon, that kind of thing, right? But, you know, it is something that you know, I want to provide something interesting on the Patreon. Like, that's why I thought of this like almost lottery sort of thing, because there'd be various videos, some would be better than others, and the more that you put in, the more chance you have of getting a good video, because you'd be getting more videos in general. In terms of, like, you know how I'm always talking about the quantity over quality thing. If this is the first video you're watching, I'm not sure why the first video you're watching is the future of this channel, but anyway, if you've sort of watched more of these videos, you know that I'm very much about quantity over quality, and I feel like that would be an interesting experiment into quantity over quality and seeing just how much you can get for that. And then finally, long term. This is very long term. This isn't over months, this is over years. I want to turn this channel into a production house. Now that's, I don't know the specifics of that, I don't know what's going to go on with that, but I want to turn this into something where there can be more than just me involved. I'll maybe still be the face of it, and, you know, I'll try and keep this soul and this sort of, you know, intimacy between myself and you, the audience, going. I don't want to commodify this and turn it into like some kind of like typical like production studio where it's all glossy and all that sort of stuff. I'd rather keep it like gritty and realistic and true to life. And that would be the vision for this company. And I was thinking like Mozza House or something like that. I used to have a production company, not much of a production company, but it was called Morrison Productions. And I want this new one to be maybe Mozza House or something like that. Or maybe I'll find a new name. And if you have any suggestions for names, please leave them in the comments below. And knowing that doing that, you give up the rights to use that name for yourself, and you can't come after me for using this name. I don't know if that's legally binding, but I thought I'd just put that in there just in case. Even I trust you. So yeah, that's kind of what I feel like doing going forwards, is that you're going to get one of these sort of videos every other day rather than twice a day, and you're going to start seeing various other things, but at the end of the day, it's all going to still be me, it's still going to be true, and it's still going to be down to earth, and I want to keep that as the ethos of this channel. And going forward, I want it to all be about yeah, just being true to yourself and not worrying so much about what others think, because if you're staying true to yourself and you're being genuine, people want to follow along. And yeah, that's kind of it. It's a big year ahead, 2025. I do plan on uploading every single day, so it's not like I'm reducing my output that much, but it will probably be a little, you know, but I'm reducing it all the same. And I know I'm a little bit all over the place with this video, even with notes, but it's a hard topic to sort of figure out, because I don't know how well this video is going to hold up to the test of time. And a year from now, maybe it will be a little bit different. Maybe the specifics will be different. What will hold up is that I want to keep the ethos going of being true and being down to earth, and just leaving things naturalistic and gritty and realistic. And that's key to me. That's very important to me. That's how I see all film. That's value that I see in film, is I value the authenticity rather than the glossiness. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you managed to get something out of it. If you're starting a channel yourself, yeah, just begin. Don't worry so much about it, because you know, your first few videos are going to be shit anyway, and no one's going to like subscribe for your first couple videos. It's going to be like your 20th or 30th or 100th video even, that'll be the one that does well. And then from there, you can start figuring out things for the future. But just start, just begin, and that's all. So thank you very much for watching this video, everybody. Hope you got something out of it. And yeah, take care, everybody. And there's a lot of great things to come, and I'm looking forward to sharing them unto all of you. I don't know why I said it like that, all airy-fairy like that. So yeah, I'm going to do the pretentious thing and look out over the vista. So yeah. Ooh, isn't it so cinematic? He's sat on a bench looking out over a grand vista. It's not much of a grand vista. It's two tower blocks and a crane and some dead trees in the winter. Yeah, not much of a sight. Yeah. Yeah. Happy New Year, everybody.